Okay, so the last thing that we've got to do here is a Photoshop demo. Um, I know I just ran you through GIMP, and while GIMP is good for a free program, um, Photoshop is so much better. Let me just say that Photoshop does cost a student $20 a month for the first year, and then $30 a month after that. But you get the entire Adobe Creative Suite, so InDesign, Dreamweaver, Illustrator, um, After Effects, all those different programs. Or for just 20 bucks a month, you can get a Photoshop only license. Um, but anyway, uh, Photoshop is available on the computers in the lab in the Student Center and should be in the lab in the library in case you ever want to work with those. So I've got Photoshop 2018 opened here, and I've got a couple of my images pre-made. You know, here is my Corbin Dallas image, here's that still thumbnail, and here is the poster. So I'm just going to show you the easy way in Photoshop to get this stuff done, and I'm going to start with this picture of Lilu. I'm just going to grab this and drag it into Photoshop, and here is the picture of Lilu. Now, what I can do is simply come up here to the crop tool, and I hate these little live things. They'll go away in a little bit. But I can come up here with a width and a height and a resolution, and I can say, hey, I want whatever I crop to be 150 pixels by 150 pixels by 72 dpi. So if I come in here and just take her face right there with the gun, as soon as I hit enter, it resizes that photo down to 150 by 150 by 72. It's a one-step deal, not a two-step deal, as it was inside of GIMP. And so from here, I can go to File, and I can go to Export, Save for Web Legacy. And what it actually gives me is I can actually choose from here which image might be better. Since I know I need to do a GIF, I can take this one right here and say, hey, I want you to show me a GIF with 256 colors. And here I want to show a GIF with 128. And then from here, I'd like to show a GIF that has 64 colors. And you'll see that the original file is 65K, but I can do 19, 15, or 11K. Well, taking a look at these images, they all seem to be pretty good. So I'm going to split the difference and take the one here. And I'm going to click Save, and I'm going to go into my movie folder, into Images, into Cast, and then I will just save this one as Lilu 150 by 150 and save. And that's the easy way to do it inside of Photoshop. To show you again, I'm not going to save that. Let me go ahead and grab the character picture of Zorg. It already has that set in, so I can resize this, move the picture around inside, come up here and click the checkbox, and now I've got it at 150 by 150. File, Export, Save for Web Legacy. It preloads all my other things. Yeah, I'm going to go with the 128 color here, and click Save. Come up here, put in Zorg, and click Save. And then close this, and then not save it. So it's really easy, especially when I get up into the stills, because I can just grab all 5 of these stills, open them up here, and then remember I needed it to be 800 pixels by 450 pixels and 72 dpi. And so I'm going to go through and just resize this one. And then I can take this one, and I can take this one. Well, I want to move this one around a little bit. Let's go ahead and just slide this over here. Follow the rule of thirds a little bit better. And then I'm going to take this one. That's good. And then take this one and slide that over. Rule of thirds. There we go. So now all 5 of these images are ready to go. So I can go to File, Export, save for web legacy, and then take a look at all these images. And these are going to be JPEGs. So I'm going to make this one a JPEG at 80%, make this one a JPEG at maximum, and then make this a JPEG at high. So you'll see the original image here is 1 meg. If I do a JPEG at 80, then it's only 78. If I do a JPEG at 100, it's almost twice as much. And if I do it at 60%, it's down to 45. But if you look in here, you'll see that this image starts to model a little bit more up through here. So taking a look at these, I'm going to just go with the rule of thumb and take the JPEG at 80 and click Save. Come back up here into the gallery, into my large, and then save still number 1 at 800 by 450 and save. Come to still number 2, File, Export, Save for Web. There's my JPEG at 80. Save. Take this, call that number 2. And then it's just going through and doing the same thing. Taking this right here, File, Export, Save for Web Legacy. Take the 80. There's number 3. Forget number 4. File. And then the last one. And save. All right. So now if I come back over here, you'll see that I have all of the large images. Now I need the thumbnail versions. So I'll come back in here, reset this now to be 200 by 150, and I'm going to make details of this. So I just want to come in and crop that one here. Come over here. Let's just come in a little bit on these guys, the Mangalores. I want to come here and just focus on Zerg. So we'll just do that. And then we'll just focus on that one. And then we'll just focus on him for this one. All right, so now I've got these sized to the correct size. So now I'll go through and save them. File, Export, Save for Web Legacy. Still take the, well, that's only going to be 10K. So I'll save that, come up here to thumbs, and there's my thumb for the first one. Thumb for the second one. Third one. Oops, wrong one. File, Export. Four. Come to the last one. And 5. All right, cool. So now I have the thumbs and I have the large ones. Oh, I might want to come in here and rename these. To have the large name in there. All right, so now I have everything that I need. I've got my cast pictures I've got my large images, I've got my thumbs, and I've got my poster. And that was how easy it is to do in Photoshop.